All right. Do you ever get requests or urgent reminders from your computer at various sites? Better change your password, change your password, change your password. Well, now we're hearing why that kind of stuff often happens. Word that a lot of passwords are getting seized, stolen. And in the largest hack attack ever, a Russian crime ring nabbing better than 1.2, some say upwards of 2 billion username and password combos. Are one of them yours? To the Vox Biz All-Stars on yet another reminder how fragile and maybe even lethal the internet is. Mark, what do you make of this?
Well, I hate to say it, but we look like dumb Americans because this is kind of like
Were we the only ones targeted?
Oh, no.
Okay, so
no.
It's a dumb world.
Right, but based on...
I like to think we're not the only dumb people.
I agree, but based on the Target security breach last year, our companies should know better at this point. And, you know...
And you would think after going after our defense contractors.
You would think so. And frankly, this Russian crime ring, I think they're working for Vladimir Putin anyway. Because, you know, look, Russia doesn't need a stockpile of uranium and missile silos to get us. All they need is a laptop and the internet. But unfortunately, we kind of look like Farmer Joe. Farmer Joe, you know, forgot to lock the chicken coop, and he shows up, and the chickens are eaten by the fox again. Farmer Joe needs a better lock or a better coop. All right?
I'm sorry, I don't
of course,
fully,
it's Farmer
I have to disagree with that respect.
Joseph.
I have to disagree with you, though. You know, that these Russian hackers are working for the Russian president. No. These are 18, 20-year-old Russian kids. These are kids. I've done the story. I've done the research.
How do you know they don't do something at the behest of the government?
Because there's no reason that Putin's got enough problems. He doesn't need to. This is about money. This is all about money, and this is not about politics. Because these kids are getting millions of dollars from, a lot of times it's actually the Chinese that are buying up the usernames and the passwords or the information,
so
the credit card data.
Savvy
this is business. This is black market business. It's particularly happening in Russia. But these are young kids, but they're darn smart.
Well, I don't care where it comes from or who's the reason behind it. I'm just worried, Scott, that it's apparently easy to do.
It's very easy to do, and it's very easy to hide, too, if you're one of these hackers. You know, I get that this one's been labeled on Russia. That might be a little convenient given what's going on in the news today. We got problems with China hacking us. I mean, these guys, Neil, jump all over the globe, kind of like the movie The Lawnmower Man, where you can't find out where they are because they do such a good job covering their tracks. But the point was made, too. You know, we at home have a responsibility here not to look dumb or have stupid combinations like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, say, on your email password, because that makes it even easier for somebody to get in and mess with your stuff.
Though, they seized and got on passwords that were changed repeatedly and a little bit more complicated than 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 or exclamation.
And the risk for these companies
is very strong.
These companies are going to lose the trust and confidence of online consumers, and that's ultimately going to be
what do they do to block it?
They've got to get ahead of the technology curve. They're behind it right now, and they should have known since last year with Target security breach.
But this data came up from a company called Hold Security. These are companies that are working for the major retailers. They're not letting us know if these were retailers, if this was websites, none of us know what this is. If this is an Amazon password and username, hey, your credit card data is also going to be at risk. But we can't find that out. I mean, the company, the Hold Security company isn't even telling us that this is for sure.
You know, we're not going to get any cooperation either from Russia or China or some of these other countries that are implicated in this because they have no desire to prosecute anybody within their own country unless they're making own offenses against the people in their own country.
That's why, Scott, that's why you shouldn't doubt that this is a possible conspiracy backed by Vladimir Putin. Why not? Why are we so sure that this is just kids who have a financial incentive versus a power play on the part of Russia or China?
Why can't our kids get on the stick and start doing the same to them?
Some of them are getting prosecuted.
The kids are always up to no good.
Kids are being actually rooted out by, believe it or not, Russian authorities.
Well,
shocking.
So they're detecting it. The companies are detecting it, but they're not getting ahead of the technology.
They're not telling us which companies are being compromised. We don't know. It's just we're so behind the curve with cybersecurity.
Indeed.